tee this one up. Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. The coverage team maintains its discipline, not much doing on that return. Shotgun. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
He leaves it with his back. The Bulls get enough for the first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play just pushes the pile to get that first down.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. They'll leave it with him. Wide open spaces. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot here with 2nd and short. The play action fake. Here's a heat. Firing to the right, complete. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. What a nice job getting rid of the football, not only avoiding the sack, but getting the nice gain.
And taking a shot, getting hit as he throws it, showing some toughness, but going through his progression, he couldn't find anybody open, finally went to his running back, got him the football, and he did the rest.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Did you see how fast he got to the ball carrier to get that tackle for loss? Wow.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Roberson. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
Fucking bumped him and start running the route.
I hate to be Captain Obvious, but it's pretty obvious that it's raining. And you just don't know how a quarterback is going to always respond, and hand size and how they throw in the rain. An opening drive, a chance to come out and get some momentum, and he makes a critical mistake. And you talk about giving momentum away. Let's see how this offense responds the next possession.
Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. the tight end.
He's old though. You know that. I know Professor X is old.
They're dealing with a second and long.
And the wicked shall not prevail. That's right. Unfortunately, you came to see me. She's gone. So like tormenting me. And get a restraining order.
You and Dad are fighting.
Oh, man, look out. Got it for the first down and once more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
She's beautiful. She has her father's eyes. Is she mine? Is she mine?
From the 33, it's first and 10.
My daughter.
They'll go to the ground. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The DBs will back off a bit. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And the Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Tight end now in motion. Here's the handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. I wasn't sure that one was going to get there, but had just enough gas to make it over the crossbar. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll try the run. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to throw. It's Roberson. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
They just have not been able to get this.
Can't complete it for none.
Over and over again here in the first quarter.
Yes, Rashida.
QB and him just
I love
not
you.
able to link
You
up. The
know,
defense
I
knew
love
that
you.
was where this guy was going to be looking, but they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Dumps it to the back. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Hunt is on its way. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. So they put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Just a short pass to the tight end. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Sets up the screen.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
The Tigers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that 1st down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
Missouri comes to the line with another 1st down. Running into the open space. Turning on the Jets. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. They'll try the right side. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun. Give on the inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11
to the ground with the running back. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Missouri! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Colorado State is currently up big at this moment, so much so they're on the verge of giving Cam the rest of the day off.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. Trying the left side. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Bulls with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll leave it with the lone back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Now on first down from the 30. Use the play fake. Now to throw. The short hands. It's Snow. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the Bulls have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. To the ground with the back. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
To the ground. He's got it again. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth-quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
The Bulls with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking to throw, it's Roberson. Uncorks it. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, the offense is trying to get aggressive. They're trying to hit the corner route, but just better coverage on the back end by the defense knocking that one away.
And the Bulls come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He might want another play. Looking to throw on 3rd. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The kick is on its way. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Leaves it with the back. Pitch up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Hardy. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They'll give it to the back. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Safe completion on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
And the Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll run it from the gun. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. It'll be 3rd and long. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. So Missouri will have to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. A low line drive and short kick. Punt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. This one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. quarterback may change this route. Back to throw, it's Roberson. It's complete on the right side. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Pulls it in. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
Running backs nowadays, they are wide receivers. I mean, you got to feature them in the pass game. Why? Because you get matchups on linebackers like this. Great job getting the football near the line of scrimmage. Bam, break a tackle, make something happen, get 10-plus yards.
They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Bulls moving quickly to the line. Give to the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Tight end finds a soft spot. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Morrow. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And the Bulls can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to throw, it's Roberson. Grabbed over the middle, it's McMillan. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. He wants to change this route. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Starting to feel a little pressure. Headed to the end zone. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved the touchdown.
I mean, you can say that's a quarterback or you can call him a running back. I mean, goodness gracious. He's dropping back to throw the football.
Michael B. Jordan got to be in there somewhere.
Everybody's trying to catch him, trying to get to him. Just chewing up yards so easy.
And he is stopped. Not getting to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry.
What kind of
They
lawyer
give him the rock again on 2nd and goal.
I told you that the judges
Hammer in with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
So nice to have the run game, so nice to trust in it, so nice to cut this game to a one-possession game. Halftime now becomes a lot more bearable. Coaches ain't yelling and screaming. We got to get this fixed, but we got some positive mojo on our side.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. One more snap coming before halftime. Off the play fake on first down. Looking deep down the right side. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Bulls will boot it away to start the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. Mental errors like that just kill drives. We'll see if they can overcome it. Corner's going to give them room. Looking to throw. Creates a little space. Hard running there. Snowed under by the defense.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Gonna run it. It's Burch. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw. It's Roberson. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
He's only a 70-son overall.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Bulls can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quickly complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long, and you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
The Bulls are flying down the field. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Might be calling a hot route. Back to pass, it's Roberson. Throws to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Hardy. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Now they'll try the right side. Turning it on. Oh, he's got, look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Past the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Tigers. He ran through tackles like water through a sieve. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he did make that extra point. No issue with the treacherous footing. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Louisville has the lead right now, but it's not like Lamar Jackson is under center out there today, which might explain why this one is so close. They're up by 10 over James Madison. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Back to pass, it's Roberson. Grabbed in the middle, it's Birch. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive. They've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time. throwing the incompletion.
And the Bulls come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
The Bulls getting set on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Gets the first himself. He's loose. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
That time the defense was in man coverage. There was nobody watching the quarterback, so when he took off to scramble, nobody home to make a tackle right away, and he shows you the athleticism, he shows you the speed, and also shows you great decision-making that time, deciding to tuck and run for a huge play on the ground.
Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Roberson. Here's the pressure. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go.
This fucking throwing is just so weird with him, bro. This nigga is the definition of hit or miss.
It's another time. The IPF. Please tell me that that's not lots of all of it. Tell me it's not lots of shit. I don't know. It's just that doing the IVF, it was a working.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air.
Come on, bro. This nigga.
They were trying to move the scoreboard instead. It's 4th down.
On that third down, he took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. The QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time for the head coach.
Come on, bro. This nigga, son. Alright, you know, for a lot of my games, niggas gonna get saved with this badass throw. I ain't got no better. I mean, shit.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's out of bounds at the 31 after a nice return. First play of this drive was from the 31-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Deep down the left.
Come on, bro. Like, we bad enough, man. We don't need to help him even more.
And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving us
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares, problems. Two big safeties to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. We saw that. That's a huge third conversion by the offense there. It's so long, they've got a lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Now he first down from the 45-yard line. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on first down. He'll try to do it himself.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, just do that, pull it down, get positive yards.
You gotta make sure.
Have to account for every single play.
Huh.
and short. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Hardy. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another playoff here in the third. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Corners are going to bail. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Missouri really moving on offense, set up with another first down. Out of the gun, the give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Rides to the back. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
And, man, this is exactly how this offensive coordinator wants to end this football game. Ground and pound, let that clock tick, add to this lead, and make the defense stop you.
Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Give to the running back. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. On the run, it's Roberts. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
And the Tigers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They go to the ground. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking to pass. It's Roberson. The throw to the outside is complete.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
And the Bulls with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Might be changing the route. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Snow. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
They've got the weapons to stay aggressive. You just made a big play. Let's see if we can take a shot here into the end zone, score, and try to save as much time on the clock as we can.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
All right, you dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the 2nd half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw again. Unloads it left. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
To the air. It's Roberson. Snagged in the middle. It's Snow. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Bulls will hustle to the line. Give to the running back. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. 1st and goal and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. This is a designed run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Buffalo!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
On to attempt the try. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Colorado State is currently up big at this moment, so much so they're on the verge of giving Cam the rest of the day off.
And the returner will be dragged down. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the 1st half. And here they are in the 2nd half defending a deep ball.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, third and long coming up. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He stopped just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. Needed more to move the sticks. It'll be fourth down. They'll lead the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Trying to do it on the ground. He'll be brought down, but it'll move the chains for Mizzou.
You know, I think there's a lot of people in the stadium that were wondering why are they going for it on 4th and 1 in their own end of the field, but the gamble paid off.
Do not kick it to 22.
Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. They'll move the tight end. Power football with the run. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Using his legs, it's Hardy. There he goes! And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds.
Really nice job by the running back here in the 4th quarter, picking up that first down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot. Late in the game, they need him to play his best football at a moment in the game when everything is on the line.
Missouri comes to the line with another first down. They'll give it to him again. They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
On second down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. They'll try it over the left side. And he won't quite get there. But boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Tigers are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute, and they do it there.
There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line.
tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you've got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step
Oh, this quarterback hurt me this game. Whoa.